fucking Ferrari engine on a kid's bike.
Yeah.
And sometimes it goes off the rails.
Oh, absolutely. It's almost like Howard Hughes shit, where you're like, you're either going to be wearing boxes of Kleenexes as shoes, or wrestling a 7th grader, and it's going to be filmed. Because that shit, if you had enough money, you'd be like, nuke the internet. I want that off.
Bro, when you see the Howard Hughes type characters, you see those guys that just get completely isolated and they can't interact with people. That is terrifying. Yeah. But I see it. I get how it happens. I see how it could happen.
Yeah, a lot of money.
Yeah, and a lot of money. And
you become defensive, like crazy defensive and paranoid. The paranoia is the thing that makes you just go like, no, I'm just going to grow my beard and my fingernails and not leave outside.
Well, you stop. You have to stop and think about the time that Howard Hughes lived in, okay? And how easy it was to kill somebody. Yeah. There was no fucking video cameras everywhere. There was no cell phone cameras. There was no DNA evidence, and everyone was corrupt. And
people, like, it wasn't a thing where after 12 hours you're like, let's get eyes on it. It would be a couple days. Yeah, and people would be like, bro, you just didn't show up for work.
For sure they'd want to kill you.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, you're the billionaire guy who's controlling the schools.
Oh my God. You're making weird decisions about the drinking water in the town.
You're a Rockefeller.
Yeah, you're just like,
what? You better be concerned.
Yeah, you better have people around you. Well, that's where you got to worry about. Who are you insulating yourself with? Because if you're like a billionaire like that and you got crazy motherfuckers in your ears, you're gonna do. That's how you get, like, last time I was here, we were talking about Saddam Hussein's kids. But that's the kind of similar shit. You just get like crazy people around you, some Machiavellian shit, and you're like, yeah, burn the town.
But it's always the evil son of the king, right?
Yeah, mafia kids. Mafia kids are always not as good at mafioing as their dad.
Well, they're kind of dangerous because they didn't earn it, right?
Yeah.
They just got that power, so they've never had to work for it, which is really weird.
Which also leaves a hole. I think it leaves like...
they have to prove themselves more, too.
Yeah, whereas if you make your money yourself... There's always this like gaining momentum where you're like, look what I'm doing.
Right. You know you didn't just hit the lottery.
Yeah.
Well, you kind of hit the lottery at many steps along the way.
You get lucky for sure.
There was a lot of work involved in getting to where you are. So you know your progression and what you put in to get to that progression. But if you just are born the son of a king,
that's
and
where
you have a dragon.
Yeah, you're just like, let's torture.
Yeah,
let's torture
feed people
about
to dogs.
Well, you're probably, not to like empathize with these guys, but you're probably like, trying to feel something. You're probably like, everything is, all the great shit that I have does nothing to me.
Right.
That would change someone's life.
Right.
So now, what do I got to do to move the needle? Yeah. But back then, they're like, the milk of magnesia and and just putting hot flames on people and shit.
When did